This is how they transport their queen?
The cage is defined by its function, Domine. It doesn't matter how it looks.
It's easier to overpower guards and break free if you're not in chains.
Salvete discipoli.
Zeus take you, child. How do you keep appearing out of thin air?
Tricks of the trade, old man. At least a dozen, perhaps a few more. I think so too. The rocks limit sightlines. If we strike quickly enough, we can prevent them from alerting each other. She's not held anywhere. She walks around freely, but I think I saw her at the front of the caravan.
Serwi? They sent Serwi with her to her prison.
Egyptian rulers are worshipped as deities. She is being taken to a prison for a goddess.
Praise be. Guards up ahead. Stay low. We could easily take a few of them out before they even know we're here. What do you say? All right, everyone, get in position and await my command. Loose!
Romans, here! Tell me, did you murder these people in the belief that they were protecting me? Or in the knowledge that they were my captors?
Quite the opposite. It is whatever the opposite of a problem is.
A solution, Your Majesty.
A solution, yes. Tell me, mysterious invader, are you a solution? Ah, you are Lucullus's people. Lunia succeeded then.
Something like that. Let's get you out of here first, then we'll talk.
Cleopatra Philopator, the goddess who loves her father and the rightful pharaoh of Egypt.
Lengthy introductions are unnecessary. At this point, I trust we are both acquainted with each other. Legate, you have saved me. I will not let such a deed go unrewarded. I bestow upon you this armor, called Queen's Warden. Wear it with pride. You will soon find that allegiance to me comes with many rewards. Shall we get down to business? I made you a promise, and a goddess never breaks her word. Ask your questions, Legate. It's a traditional title. I didn't say that. It doesn't matter what I believe, as long as the people need their goddess. Perhaps one day I'll show you. You are addressing a goddess. Tomes could be filled with the things that I know, and you don't. Suffice to say, I have eyes and ears all throughout Egypt. Things may happen without my approval, but never without my knowledge. Imprisoned is such an ugly word. Let us say, confined. Some people just can't perceive beauty. That's why he confined me. You share a lot with Ptolemy, Roman. My dear husband, the Pharaoh of Egypt. For the time being. We had maintained a correspondence for quite some time now. Unfortunately, he never had the pleasure of enjoying my company in person. He was a good man. He did not deserve to die in such a ghastly fashion. Maybe. Maybe not. Nothing changes if you continue dwelling on the past. Time to get to the point. No more foreplay. My husband, Ptolemy Theos Philopator, is collaborating with a Roman bureaucrat called Lurco. I believe you are familiar with him. The exact nature of their collaboration is unknown to me. My bet is on something financial in nature. Something big. Whatever this collaboration is about, it must be illegal by Roman law. I believe the proconsul got wind of it and attempted to enlist my help in hopes of acquiring evidence. Tragically, Vitellius Lorco's spies got a hold of the missive he sent. Needless to say, neither Lorco nor my husband was happy about this development.
I knew it.
That is possible, but unlikely. After all, killing a Roman proconsul is equal to declaring war on Rome. Lurco profited from the current arrangement. There is no reason for him to start a war.
He hated the proconsul.
Be that as it may, I don't think he is stupid enough to start a war for petty, personal reasons. Lurco is a smart man with a plan. Ptolemy is a stupid man with wealth and power. That may prove to be more challenging than you think. I offer a simple proposal instead. I become the sole pharaoh and give my husband to you on a platter, with Vitellius Lorco as garnishing. All I need is your support. With your help, we can reconquer Egypt together and bring peace to my people.
May I humbly present a possible solution?
You may.
You could simply recruit soldiers from Nazomenes itself. My people were fond of the proconsul, and although they are severely fractured into countless independent tribes, they may want to unite under one strong banner.
Is it, though? We can collaborate with barbarians, but can we trust them?
We will have to talk to the elders first. Let us meet at the Court of Heaven as soon as it is convenient for you.
Get it out. I can see you have questions. I do not. If that's your question. Because I am a goddess. I've said no such thing. You asked me if I think I am a goddess, and I said I don't think I am a goddess. You are a fool if you think divinity is a matter of opinion. One does not think of divinity. One either is divine or not. There is nothing confusing about my family. Naturally, why would a goddess accept a mortal as a mate? Keep hoping. The gods appreciate ambition. He goes against the people's will. My family is deeply entrenched in their traditions. They are in communion with gods, but not the people. My brother actually wants to replace the old gods. That is as foolish as trying to replace the people. I will give them what they want, and what they need. Of course we will win, because it is my will.
How can I help you? Indeed we do. She's an impressive woman. Beautiful, and with a natural authority. I would not dishonor a woman of her caliber by pursuing her affections. Besides, I'm not sure I would survive the endeavor.
Hey, what do you need? I like her. She's charming and sophisticated, but suddenly she is very brash and mean.
Come, let us talk. We have abducted the Queen of Egypt, who is also a goddess. She was imprisoned by her husband, the Pharaoh, who is incidentally also a god. I believe when people say that you are famous for punching above your weight, this is what they mean. When every man fights for himself, you must make alliances. That is how the arena works. Yet sometimes when you are allied, you forget only one man can win. Without batting an eye if she has to. An ally can always turn into a foe. Better to kill your allies before they get the chance.
How are you holding up? Of course not. And you'd be a fool if your intention is to place your trust in her. That woman is a predator. Without a doubt, she's using you. Do not fall for her tricks. Do we, though? Or is that what she wants you to think?
Are you alright? I can see that. You rode this beast like Neptune. I think this is a newly arrived horse from Italia. It's clearly not as well trained as we were told. Of course, your well-being is my primary concern in all this. Not purely. Come on, let's walk this creature back to the others. Looks like you took quite a beating when the horse bolted. I don't think you broke anything, but you definitely need rest. Come on, lean on me. Let me help you. You know how I like to play the hero. You'll only slow the recovery process if you keep exerting yourself. Sometimes I wonder if you have a little bit of divine blood in you. It seems no matter what the Parkai throw at us, you come out on top. I feel the same way. A part of me wants to keep you safe back at the camp and send others to do these tasks for us, but I know there are things only we can do. And you wouldn't be the person I love if you weren't out here leading from the front. I do love and admire you. You are a true heir of Lucullus in more ways than the old man could ever have imagined. You have earned my love, as he did. There's more to it, you're right. Ah, they finally caught up. Trouble sleeping? I have something that might help. Wait a moment. It's a soothing balm. The soldier's best friend. Works wonders against the bite of a sandal strap or if your back is tired from carrying your gear all day. May I? Feel better. Nagate. More than you might know, but I'm just a plebeian, a soldier, and you're my superior officer. I think I know a thing that might help you sleep more soundly. May I join you in your tent tonight?
Welcome to the Court of Heaven, the most important annual meeting of the elders and the reason for our presence. It is an honor to have you among us. Of course. What do you want to know? The Court of Heaven is the name of both the place and the event. Each year, the elders of the tribes gather here to solve their differences and make crucial decisions. It is also an opportunity for people to present their problems to the elders. It is this court's duty to dispense justice, providing the issue is important enough. Last but not least, the Court of Heaven attracts merchants from all over Nazamones and beyond. Where there are people, there will always be commerce. Merchants and mercenaries, the rich and the poor, everyone has a reason to be here. just like you. Some people make things happen, others watch things as they happen. It is up to you to decide what you will be, a maker or a watcher. I suggest you walk around and breathe in the air. Meet some people and talk to them. Trade if you want. Since you are here as my guest, you are free to go anywhere. We might encounter some hostility. Make no mistake, the minor tribes will do whatever I tell them to do. It's the elders of the major tribes I am worried about. Not everyone likes the Romans. Some elders may see your presence as a direct attack on our autonomy. Do not speak unless spoken to. Try to be respectful and diplomatic. In a way, this is our Senate. All will be fine if we don't offend anyone. Isil and Mador are the most respected elders among us. Convincing them both would be a significant diplomatic victory. Udad may get in our way, but you never know with him. And then there's young Womaksan, who's always hot-blooded. As far as his influence goes, Udad is on par with Mador. Except he is more of a traditionalist. He prays to his ancestors 2 times a day, dawn and dusk, hoping they would answer his questions. We believe our dead ancestors watch over us. That's why we pray to them. A young man trying to impress his elders? Always a dangerous thing. He is renowned for his prowess in combat, but his diplomatic ability leaves much to be desired.
A man after my own heart.
I believe we shall.
I take iron, I sell iron. I sell you things others want to get rid of. If you want unwanted things, you're at the right tent. What are you? A scholar of metal? I know metal better than anyone else. If I say it's iron, then it is iron. End of discussion. Look at what I have to offer and tell me what attracts your curiosity. Did you think I was trying to deceive you? What I sell here is true metal and true metal only. Have you seen these weighted blades? They are of high quality. And maybe you need some tools intended for javelins. Great craftsmanship there. But since you're Roman, you might be interested in this old helmet. It's a bit dented, but I'm sure you'll like it. A desperate treasure hunter sold it to me near Utica. It's ugly and battered indeed. I took it off his hands out of pity.
Domine, look at these inscriptions. P.C.S. Huh? Publius Cornelius Scipio. By the limping leg of Hephaestus, this is the helmet of the famous general Scipio Africanus. An item of infinite value.
It's a fancy hat, Cineros. Let's not raise our voices too much.
That is impossible to say, but there is no doubt in my mind. The design of this helmet is from the right time period. Perhaps he gave it away in an exchange of gifts after the Battle of Zama. Scipio Africanus was without a doubt among the greatest strategists of all time. This helmet is a priceless artifact.
That sounds like a fair price to me. I hope you will find some use for this old thing. Do you want anything else from my stall? Salutations and good day to you, travelers. You look like people of refined taste. Am I wrong? Naturally. You have come to the right place. Our wines rival those of Carthage, and some in fact surpass them. Feel free to browse and tell me if you find something interesting. Well, I would not say better, but they're certainly different. It is not only a matter of different grapes, but also of the environment and the weather. Such things are a matter of taste, but I believe one must taste many things in life. One must explore oneself. Don't you agree? The answer is no one, but we can try. There are, after all, so many different wines to drink in life. I don't have a lot of interesting grapes for you. This year's vintage was rather fragile. Fortunately, that usually means we have some of the best vinegar. And could I perhaps direct your attention to our excellent local honey, in case you want to produce some of your Roman balsam? It always does. Am I wrong to assume you need more than just one flask?
Romans, the spirits must have led you here to my little corner. How fortuitous. I need a little bit of your time and your guidance. Would you be willing to extend your helping hand? That is precisely why I need you. The guidance I seek is for lands beyond this one. You are a warrior, are you not? If death is what you deal, it must stand to reason that you'd know death and the lands of the dead. My name is Axil. I am what you might call a philosopher in your language. Though to my own people, I am a shaman. My life's work is to study and explore the many lands beyond death and how they vary from culture to culture. Well, that is one of the questions I am trying to explore. Is it truly based on what we believe, or where we are born, or to whom? I myself am inherently fascinated by the idea of these different afterlives. But when I finish this book, I hope it will serve as a kind of travel guide. You understand me then? On the matter of transitioning from one life to the next, there can never truly be certainty. Besides, as scholars, we must seek the truth for no other reason than to enlighten ourselves. I have collected much knowledge of our own afterlife, but I have never had the opportunity to learn what awaits Romans after death. Precisely, I have interviewed several scholars on the subject of the afterlife, but those were all of Africa. It is my theory that one's afterlife depends on the gods one believes in. I simply want to know about what kind of afterlife Roman gods provide. I'll need more than that. I'll need detailed descriptions. You have the look of a trustworthy individual, and I know Romans are proud of their virtues. Is it not so? I may later enlist the help of another Roman who would prove you wrong and reveal that you have deceived me. In that case, I would at least know what part of the afterlife Romans like to lie about. First, walk me through the typical journey of the deceased according to your culture. Imagine you are dead. What happens then? On its own? Interesting. We have to find our own way to the Duat. But they say the path is different for each person. This Elysium sounds like Sekhet Aru. Osiris permits only the pure spirits to the field of reeds. Amit devours their hearts. A river? Now that sounds pleasant. But do you carry your own money to the underworld? Of course. We also believe it is best to bury the dead with their belongings. That way they can live a good life in Sekhet Aru. Assessors. We have 42 of them. It is best to know their names and the sins they have not committed. Once you pass their judgment, Anubis weighs your heart against a feather of Ma'at. A pure heart isn't heavy. You are right, of course. But I have an idea. Look, this weed is called Cat's Eye. They say it will bring you to the land of the dead temporarily. It would be great if you'd try it and tell me what you saw there. You are right. I happen to have some Roman denarii on me. Please, take these with you.
Salve. I am a cat. Maybe they had nothing to say to you. Maybe you should ask better questions. Obvious questions produce obvious answers. I am you. You were exactly 1 lifetime ago, but you are not a very good cat. Cats have to live through 9 lives. We die and then we are reborn. But a wicked cat is reborn as a lowly human. I am you in a past life. Do you remember dying? Most people remember such important events in their life. It is not you who is dead. A very good question. Do you even remember your purpose? Doesn't that mean your life is defined by the orders of someone else? Most humans, maybe, not cats. We don't take orders from anyone because you cannot live somebody else's life. Life is too valuable for that. Trust me, I have 9. I may seem wise to you, but wisdom comes with age and identity. I know you because I am you, or rather, I was you in a past life. I do not enjoy life as a human, but you can save me by leading a good life and not causing pain. Only then will we be reborn as a cat. Unlikely, but stranger things have happened. And when that's done, you will lie around all day and enjoy life. You can do that now. Cats do it every day. But you do. In pursuing your ambitions, you hurt those in your path. You must ask yourself if it's all worth it. The only way you can stop hurting people is to leave the land of the living. You may stay here if you want, and trade places with me. That way I will be reborn as a cat, and you will be a good man. I know, this is all very confusing for you, but let me make it simpler. I shall present you with 2 doors. One of them leads to the Elysium of Reeds, the other back to the Court of Heaven. Think about it. Figure out which one feels right, and go where your heart leads you.
You're back. Quickly, tell me what you saw before the visions fade. Giant cat. Ah, that's bizarre. Thank you, my dear friend. With your help, people all around the world will have a better afterlife experience. Please, accept this amulet as a small token of my immense gratitude. I hope to see you again when my book is finished.
Along came a warrior. But know this, not all foes fight fair. A blade may not fell you, but venom might. Do you need protection against that eventuality? It takes a wise man to recognize wisdom. Thus only by recognizing wisdom, we are wise. I have a cure against venom. You should be prepared. Do you agree? That may be because I am not a merchant. I sell, but not for profit. What I sell is not easy to create. It costs me. Thus, it is only fair that it costs you too, should you choose to make use of it. That is a wise choice. Your life may not be measured with denarii.
Greetings, Romans. Or how do you say it? Selwete. I am Galusa the Great. How may I help you? Isn't it obvious? Not only am I incredibly handsome, but I also sell the best wares in the land. Here and there. In this profession, you get to travel all around the world. Procuring items is a form of art. I can find you anything you are looking for, given enough time or resources, of course. I would like to think of myself as a purveyor of uncommon delicacies. My pursuit for said uncommon delicacies is relentless. It makes my less capable colleagues envious. Everything you can see in my stalls. The most peculiar spices, and obviously, the best sewi Nazamones has to offer. What do you need? Ah, the moment I saw you, I knew what kind of connoisseur you are. Unfortunately, that sewa is not for sale.
That birthmark. By Zeus and Pythagoras. My sister. Finally, I found you, sister.
Restrain your sewas, Roman. I told you, that sewa is not for sale. Another customer wants to purchase her and already made a portion of the payment.
The sky is gone from her eyes. What did they do to her? Magister, I don't know what I should do. What do I say?
She was a curious one, listening in on conversations she should not hear and watching events she should not see. I had to correct this problem. We burnt her eyes out. Now she's naturally less curious. This outrage is unnecessary. Am I telling you how you should run your legion? Then don't tell me how I should deal with my sewa. That's my job and my expertise.
I do not know what kind of trick this is, but I have no brothers. Please let go. Your insistence will be bad for me.
Are you not listening? I have already received a payment from someone. She's not for sale.
What do you want to do, Discipule? Your actions will determine the kind of man you are.
Finding her was once the purpose of my life, Magister. I am not leaving without her. Do something, Legati, or I will.
Tempting. What you're saying is you can pay me 8,000 denarii right now?
Never in the history of the world has anyone paid even half that much for a sewa. He just doesn't want to sell her.
I see. You drive a hard bargain. Deal. Selling blind sewi is always difficult. Take her.
Thank you, my friend. You can't even guess how much that means to me. I shall find a way to repay you. I would. For I am a good man. Come on, sister. I will show you your new home.
The Roman finally joins us in the flesh. Your reputation precedes you.
Esteemed elders, now that we are all here, our talks can begin in earnest. I have told you all of the upcoming war, of the possibility of Nazamenes being trapped between Roman legions and Egypt, and I have explained the potential advantages of an alliance with the Romans. Now is your time to ask your questions about our proposal. I'm sure many such questions burn your tongues.
Why is nobody talking? Have you lost your voices? Are you all afraid of the great Roman? Cowards! That's what you are. You are a disgrace to Nazamones.
It is only you who disgraces us in front of this foreigner, Warmaxan. Is it up to you to talk when your elders are silent? You confuse courage with insolence. Nobody is afraid of the Roman, but it is unwise to insult your elders.
Nobody is afraid of the Romans. I am. They've conquered Nazamones once. They rule Egypt and possibly myriad lands, the names of which I can't even begin to pronounce. One would be a fool not to fear the Romans.
Run to your Roman masters with your tail between your legs then, Medu. I shall stand and fight, and if need be, die defending my people.
Warmaxan, Medur, know yourselves. The ancestors are watching. Do not disrespect the court.
How many troops do you need, Roman? An imprecise answer. Now that is inspiring leadership.
An imprecise answer is an honest one, Udad.
You seem to have low expectations of Romans, Lunia.
He is afraid.
I fear nothing.
The Roman is afraid. Am I wrong, Roman? There is no way you can advance towards Egypt without our help. You can wait for your masters to send you reinforcements, but by then it will be already too late. And what if we refuse helping you? It is not conquest you are seeking. You are trying to survive. Are you not? I'll grant you that your words are wise. In your acceptance of death, you conquer your fear thereof. Unfortunately, I cannot strike a deal with a man who may be dead tomorrow. And if you die, who will take your place? Who will uphold your end of our arrangement? A powerful ally indeed, and one with vested interests in our territory. You have my support.
You weak-minded fool! You excrement of a drunken horse! The presence of this foreigner alone is an insult to the ancestors. I should slit your throat where you stand.
Control yourself!
He may have a temper, but he is right. You know that too. The court of heaven is for us only. I can already feel the disapproval of the ancestors.
Can you now? Very well. Let us consult the ancestors then.
Have you lost your mind, Izil? Are we not disgraced enough? Will you allow this foreigner to desecrate the resting place of our ancestors with his presence?
That is highly unusual. I don't think the ancestors would approve.
That's something the ancestors can tell us themselves, is it not?
Fine. But let it be known that I'm not happy.
As usual.
It is settled then. We consult the ancestors. Salve legate. Is that right? Legate. You have such a strange language. I do like it though. I apologize for the behavior of my fellow elders. We are not used to having a foreigner in the court.
I like your sense of humor.
In the absence of a meaningful decision, we have decided to consult the ancestors, as we always do. You shall travel to the burial site and sleep inside the tomb of an ancestor who, in return, shall appear to you in dreams and reveal your destiny. We will all do the same. I believe our ancestors will tell us if we should support you.
Pray to your gods, Roman. If the ancestors are against you, I shall cut you down right there and then.
And then one morning you will just fail to wake up.
Greetings, Legate. Do you really think I am a golden wolf? Then maybe she's figuratively a goddess. I am not. It is an amusing thought, though. Nazamenes does not have kings or queens. We do not like being ruled by other people. Some amongst us think it's necessary to have a king. But I believe the very concept of a monarch is against our nature. We must rule ourselves. When I was young, my hair was the color of wheat, and I am said to be as cunning as a wolf. Most of them. This year's gathering had a specific goal. We wanted to elect a king for the entirety of Nazamenes. Naturally, not all of the tribes agree.
It pains me to see an outsider like you at this sacred place. I await the guidance of the ancestors. Only they could change my mind. But I do not expect they will. It is not a personal matter. You represent the death of our way of life. That is none of your business. I know what you are doing, hoping to find a way to pry us apart and drive a wedge between us. Well, you will find nothing. I may not always agree with Izil, Maedor, and Lunia, but our tribes thrive on mutual respect. We are not enemies to each other. Against you, we are united like the fingers of my fist.
You Romans are motherless. You have no ancestors, and your bastard gods have no power here. That is not what I have heard. I am told you worship powerful, eternal beings that rule you from another realm. Your words twist like the forked tongue of the snake. But the truth stands solid like a mountain. There can be no peace between us as long as your legion is in my lands.
Are you ready? Ask. He has already made his choice to support you. In his eyes, to seek the guidance of the ancestors now would be a sort of insult against you. The ancestors know many things. You shall consult one of mine. I'm sure the answers will be forthcoming. You drink the ritual milk and enter into the tomb of your ancestor. Truth will be revealed in a dream. Anyone who lies about such sacred matters will be judged most harshly by the spirits.
It is bad luck for the living to enter a grave. I will give you what I can spare. Make sure to return it when you are done.
On your feet, Romans! They are trying to kill us!
It worked! They are caught with their pants around their ankles!
Don't let overconfidence weaken you, Warmaxan. Kill them all. I will meet you at Aljila. Fools!
Sakura, we must leave at once. This will surely mean war.
Just get our child out of here!
Cowards! Are you alright, Legate?
Well, Isil was always too smart for his own good. But honestly, I never expected him to go this far.
Treacherous bastards! We'll get them, do not worry.
I must give it to old Isil. He fooled even me.
We may have to. And not just for him, but Udad as well. He's likely to retreat to his citadel in Aujila. Unless you can find a way to get rid of Udad, Isil will be intractable. With or without Medel's support, we will need to defeat Isil, or else Nazamenes will not fully stand with us.
Right. We'll do this the Roman way.